Greetings, everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Thanks for tuning in today and allowing me in this energetic space here with you. Upcoming in this rune reading, we are celebrating Pisces season. So happy birthday to all you Pisces out there. I do have several aspects of Pisces, more listed in the detail in the descriptions below here. But just to go over a few of these coming up here, we have the Sun conjunct Saturn coming up on February 28th. Also, the Sun sextile Jupiter coming up on March 1st. And then again, finally on March 17th, towards the end of Pisces season, it's going to be more of conjunct with Neptune. So a lot of that Piscean energy will become a lot more evident towards the tail end of this season. However, this is a huge period of optimism, growth, and expansion. It's a very beautiful time and a very blessed time to be present in this classroom we call Earth. Now let's get into today's rune reading. How are we all feeling today? Let's cleanse this space energetically with a singing bowl. Also, as usual, the $2 note representing the uncommon abundance. We're going to simultaneously give gratitude while inviting more of that in while we're reading the singing bowl and cleanse the energetic space. Focusing on today's rune reading, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Not forcing any of this. Nice, deep, relaxed, controlled breaths. Pisces season, right around the corner. So anytime during Pisces season, come on back during the season or before it for this beautifully, divinely guided rune reading. Sun in Pisces. We'll have a Mercury going into Pisces rune reading coming up here in the next rune reading. Well, for today, let's do Pisces season. I have several friends who are in the sign of Pisces for their sun sign. And to you, I say a very special happy birthday. We're going to kick it off today with a different type of rune set. These are still going to be runes, yes, divinely guided. These are Unikite and also for sale. Okay, so not going to go ahead and give you a full sales pitch right now, but just wanted to let you know Unikite is a very beautifully, divinely guided sort of connection to intuition, to divine, to the dream world. Unikite's a very blessed stone that helps with clarity, understanding, increased intuition. Beautiful set to have for your own personal runes. Now, for Pisces season, we're coming through this past energy of partnerships. Gibo is the rune of partnerships and gifts, possible spiritual gifts. Okay, Gibo is exalted here with the dualistic nature also of the sign of Pisces, right? The two fish that are perpetually chasing each other are emotions. It's a beautiful water sign. And the beautiful spiritual gifts that Pisces has are just, it's so fun because you have a certain way of looking at things that are always fresh and unique to even such an like an air sign such as myself as in Gemini. But I really do appreciate the whimsical nature, the outside of the box type of thinking, and this is very much exalted. Your spiritual gifts, your partnerships are great places to be coming from entering this spiritually enhanced season. Now, current energies for the Pisces season, yes, ride the waves. Awesome. This is Rido. This is the rune of literal movement. This could be a change of house, spouse, or career. Now, Rido likes to take us all on that journey, and we're called to ride along on these waves, right? We can't really resist these energies that are coming into play here, because the conjunct Neptune, the conjunct Saturn, there's the sextile here as well with Jupiter, are all going to be very transformative and expansive type of influences as we go along here. So you're called to just kind of just ride along with these waves. This is a really blessed time. There's not a lot of really negative aspects that are going to be going on during this Pisces season. This is all about that inner understanding, growth, connectivity, expanding your partnerships, and just being a part of this beautiful, blessed journey that we're all on. As we broaden our horizons, we expand our personal truths and the truths of others. In the upcoming very near energies, along with this Pisces season, this is Urus, this is the wild ox, right? This is courage, this is strength, this is a lot of grounding work, a lot of moving forward into the projects, thoughts, feelings, and emotions also that we're having. The enhanced spiritual gifts, we're called to just step out of the comfort zones that we've put ourselves into during Pisces season, and really just, while we're riding along with these waves, don't resist them and just kind of go along and keep going. You're called to take this inertia here with you once this current ride is near its end. You kind of know where you need to go. You're pointed, you're redirected, right? And the Ox rune just wants you to keep plowing forward, right? Keep in your natural grounding vitality work as well. This is a good reminder for that. This is a very earth type of rune. So the ox is calling us to just be in our discipline, be in our self-expansion, in our interconnectivity. Just, you know what path it is that you are on respectively, and you're called to keep moving forward, stepping out of your comfort zone and just knowing your individual strengths, because you are divinely guided, you are divinely blessed during this time, right? So we're called to endure also. Not everything is going to bear fruit immediately. Not everything always does, right? So we're called to, this is in the action taken for the best outcome position. This is the U branch. This is Ewas. This is toughness, stability, flexibility, more of that discipline work, right? This is really, we don't want to flex too much or not enough and risk breaking those branches, and then becoming that Isa rune, that ice rune of that inflexibility, frozen, stuck, rigid, repeating life lessons. We want to transmute that, right? And become Solilo, the sun rune, where everything is blessed, right? And everything is in good fortune. So with the U branch, it's very basic. This is very straightforward energy. Like, universe is saying, hey, you're coming from your partnerships and your spiritual gifts. You know where you're at. You just need to ride these waves out and then just keep going and endure as we keep going along. Now, a lot of that Piscean energy is very, I don't want to say indecisive, but it can be to the aspect where you can be your own worst critics, your own worst enemies when it comes to beginning new projects, or even just carrying out and finishing out new projects, because you might learn something new that might scare you a little bit. All right, this is just calling you to endure and keep going through. The best way out is through, right? We need to endure. So that's really a beautiful energy and really great guidance, very straightforward guidance here to be on. As the sun traverses the sky, we also are called to be in our disciplines, just like the sun is just out there shining, being themselves, being itself, blessing everybody and everything. We can all take a page from that book, right? where we're all out there just being our beautiful, unique selves, moving forward, just unapologetically, and really being divinely guided. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions are in this Isa rune. Remember, we just talked about that. When we're not flexible, or we're not flexible enough, or are too flexible even, we can tend to break that branch, that U branch, right? And become Isa. This is the ice rune, stuck, frozen, rigid, and repeating life lessons, the straight and narrow path. Okay, this is our thoughts, feelings, and emotions position. And right now, just kind of like the ox, you don't want to be too bullheaded about this too. You need to kind of trust and ride out these energies still. Call on your past energies here, your ancestors, your spiritual gifts, your partnerships, and that will help you to endure. You can bring this energy with you if you like. The choice is always up to you. You have that divine free will, right? You are blessed with these choices and decisions to make. And like I said, this is the classroom called Earth. So really, all of this is put squarely in your lap. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions, I would say don't worry too much about this, because that feeling of being stuck right now will soon be leaving. Especially, this is right after Valentine's Day for the Northern Hemisphere here, right? Or wherever you're at. So a lot of us could be feeling kind of left out in the cold here recently. But just know that you are not alone. You have partners you can call on. You can just open up that dialogue, have that communication, open up your heart, and you'll be surprised how others also open up to yours, right? So when we are in our possible problems position, this is Tiwaz, this is the God Tears rune, this is about justice, self-sacrifice, discipline, success, right? So if we're not carrying through on these very basic, very straightforward energies in healthy ways, and moving forward with that sense of balance that Pisces likes to bring, we do risk losing that success, the values of discipline, the values of judgment, or good discernment in our victories. So this is directly across from Rido. So I would say this is more like if you're not going along with the energies of the moment or of the day, you know, if you're trying to resist them with your disciplines, with that stuck, frozen, and rigidity, you will risk that success in that discipline work. Okay, plowing and moving forward in healthy ways, and enduring in healthy ways. Just make sure you have somebody to talk to, right? That's going to be a big key factor here, is this being able to unburden or feel validated in this aspect of during Pisces season. Okay, so whether or not that is talking with somebody, open up that dialogue with divine if you don't feel comfortable sharing it with somebody, right? So you can always have that in like a prayer form, or you can, journal it out. Burn after reading is a fun, good practice. There's also the bury after reading, or wash after reading. Those are all very fun and interesting spiritual practices that you can still be in your endurance. You can still be moving forward and just like giving your burdens over and releasing them as we go along. So then we're not feeling so stuck and rigid here, and we can be more in our healthy disciplines and not risk losing that so much, right? So if you don't feel comfortable sharing that, those experiences, thoughts, feelings, and emotions with others, definitely open up that dialogue with the divine, because the divine's always trying to communicate with us. It's always up to us to listen. In the possible outcomes, we have Thurisas. This is great, especially as we cap off the end of Pisces season with the Pisces in conjunct with Neptune. That's a lot of more where Pisces will be feeling more at home with that increased intuition, dream work, blurring the lines between reality and prophetic intuition sort of work, right? The Theresos calls us to be, this is Thor's hammer. This calls for that direct, very thorough, very concise, but very now type of action. So during this period, I mean, we do have that as a reward when we are in these practices. We do have that, which Pisces, I know we can struggle with that in Pisces season. We're kind of chasing our own tails a lot. We can definitely benefit from having a little bit more of this in our lives when we're in our healthy practices, when we're not feeling so stuck and rigid. We can have that thorough, concise action. This is also representative of a thorn or even a giant. Okay, so you can kind of picture that as a thorn needing to be removed fully. You don't partially remove a thorn, otherwise you can risk infection, all that fun stuff, right? Or as you're walking along this path, you encounter this giant or this big hill, right? That needs to be fully recognized and recognized at the point that you meet it. Otherwise, you're just going to go back repeating life lessons. You're just going to keep going back and forth in here until you actually do confront this and you can overcome it. Okay, through that discipline work, through endurance, through that grounding, plowing forward, being in your natural vitality, just being your beautiful selves during this Pisces season, you'll be blessed with more of that thorough action. Whatever direction you're being redirected to, this moving forward and enduring in healthy ways will be enhanced, especially when we're sextile Jupiter and conjunct Saturn during this time frame. Those are very expansive energies. Okay, the Saturn energy will be coming first with that grounding energy. But then Jupiter comes along and wants to help us expand, to get out of that rut, to be in our disciplines and more healthy aspects, and to grow. This is great. This is a pretty darn good reading for you in Pisces season. I believe everybody will benefit from the Sun in Pisces season. So let's get some cards for clarity. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do leave me a comment below. I do respond to all of your comments. These are messages directly to your spirit, directly to your soul, straight from divine. These are the Soul's Journey Oracle cards. Beautiful mandalas, words of insight and wisdom here. So divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for us during this Pisces season rune reading for this divinely guided message. So you want to talk? Give us a card, please. Please show us clearly message of guidance for Sun in Pisces during this divinely guided rune reading. Sun in Pisces. Some cards want to fly out, some don't. We're just going to do this until we get a card. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. What a beautiful mandala on there too. Look at that beautiful success that you get to celebrate during this Sun in Pisces season. Moving on from some of that Aquarius energy right into Pisces, carrying some of that knowledge, insight, wisdom, communication, the expansiveness of all of that, the lessons that we've learned during that season, right, along with us. And we get to manifest our success. Now take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? I will be reading more about this card here in a moment. Again, as a reminder, it says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success can mean many things to the ego self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you've had. The soul only cares about how you expressed love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive, right? What we get in, we put out. If we're chasing our tails constantly, we'll repeat those life lessons, right? If we move forward in a very non-ego driven way, you have that clear, constant action, that beautiful success. Remember, Thor's hammer can build or destroy. So whatever that goal is for you, whether you're building something or needing to remove something in your life, this is all divinely guided, and you will have success when we act in love. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will no longer have the same appeal. Let's get a message of clarity from the fairies. Fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our practices. So fairies, please show us clearly, what does the collective need to hear for this divinely guided rune reading for the sun in Pisces season? Please show us clearly. Fairies, what message of clarity do you have for us today? Ooh, you're getting very talky. Okay. We have 2 cards. Thank you. Been a little bit since we've had 2 cards. First card is goodbye to old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life, and now and now a new and even better part is beginning. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, this is awesome. Sun, S-O-N. Your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. Now, what that means to you, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The sun can mean several things. Okay, we're going to read about the goodbye to the old and hello to the new first. Thank you. Fairies, thank you. Divine, thank you for this divinely guided rune reading, and thank you all for allowing me in this energetic space here with you. As a reminder, this card says you finished one part of your life, and now a new, even better part is beginning. This card indicates that a chapter in your life is closing. Perhaps you've been feeling a sense of loss or anxiety about the future. This card reassures you that your present situation is teaching you many valuable and important life lessons. You're now taking that wisdom and beginning a journey with new people, work, and situations. Be open to this change, as it brings many blessings for everyone involved. Your future is taken care of. Additional meanings for this card are you may be moving to a new home, or a job promotion is upcoming, or a relationship is ending, or a transition is noticeable, or let go of old unhelpful patterns, or make time to work on healing your past hurts. I would say all could apply here. Let's look at the sun here. Let's see what that means to you. I know what it means to me, but let's see what it means to you. And please leave a comment below with how you feel about this Pisces season What are your thoughts, feelings, and emotions? What sort of stuck, rigid life patterns are you repeating that we can help each other with? Let's open up that dialogue in the comment section below. Again, this card says your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. Your question involves your son, or perhaps a male who is like a son to you. Perhaps you've been worried about him or have felt a call to help him in some way. This card validates your intuitive feelings and asks you to take action in that direction. The fairies want you to know that your son is safe, happy, and watched over. Give any worries to them so that the healing can occur. Right? Get rid of those big anxieties. Right? Just know that everything works out in divinely guided, very perfect ways. Okay? Additional meanings for this card are you are pregnant with or will adopt a boy, or your life purpose involves helping children. Like I said, this card can mean many things. Or a son in heaven is letting you know that he's happy and sends his love. Or another person's son needs your help right now. That could mean a brother to you. Or another male figure that every male you meet is somebody's son, right? Be open to what resonates, please, and leave what doesn't. Take that first thought that you had, and that's probably where this card is guiding you to, okay? Another couple meanings for this card are you love caring for a male pet who is like a son to you. Or you may receive a message from or about a parent if you are a male. Beautiful. Beautiful. You have success. You're exalted in this Pisces season. There's a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing happening, a lot of transformation processes that are happening during this Pisces season. So make sure while you're being redirected, that you're saying hello to the new in healthy ways. Okay? Don't be so stuck and rigid in your old standards and beliefs. Let go of what does not any longer resonate with you in the past. Sure, it might have helped you in the past. So give gratitude for that as you release it and replace it with new, healthier practices. So not all these practices that we learned throughout our lives, ways that we cope, ways that we adapt, ways that we communicate, not all of those are meant to stay with us through our lifetime. Some of those energies are meant to stay for a season. Okay? Let's pull a chakra token for more meditative practice to help with this rune reading. This is a great rune to be working with. Or excuse me, chakra token. This is a great chakra token to be working with. It's the crown chakra. Okay, this could also be a reminder to work on your lower chakras first, right? We cannot just instantly receive messages from the top of the radio tower without first building the structure underneath it, right? So too do we need to tune our lower chakras and build up to this. Otherwise, I don't believe that this divine downloads that you'll be getting, these divine messages, will be as well received, communicated with, or simply present, or as well understood or comprehended without first working on those lower chakras, right? So be in your inner success, saying goodbye to the old, saying hello to the new, right? Get that divine communication with that sun figure. This is a bonus. Somebody out there really needed to hear this, so please let me know. You can also message me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com. Just let me know how this resonated with you, okay? I would love to hear from you, whoever this is. Okay, crown chakra, let's go a little bit more in depth with that. Okay, so that's 963 hertz. That's 963. And it's the final chakra. It's located above the head. And if you are someone who has a blocked crown chakra, then you are cynical, closed-minded, or have not worked through your first 6 chakras. The crown chakra represents a higher state of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. Opening the chakra takes a lot of spiritual and mental awareness. Those who have opened their crown chakra will feel bliss and transcendence. Now, the mudra for that is very simple. We just hold this triangle shape like this, simply like this, with the tips of the 4 pointer fingers and the tips of the thumbs together. It's a triangle, and we can leave these out, receiving like an antenna. We just flip this right above the head. The mantra for it is silence, because we want to be able to fully receive the divinely guided message. So we are not speaking, we're simply receiving when we are in this chakra. We are in that antenna state. We hold this above our heads with 963 hertz playing. And it's such beautiful work to receive these divine downloads. It helps solidify our endurance, right? It helps to reinforce with those affirmations, those ask-formations as well. It enhances our journey, and this guidance for this clear, concise action taking place in our lives. If we don't endure, and if we don't make that clear, concise action, we're just going to be stuck here, okay? Repeating life lessons until we learn those lessons, right? I don't feel that you need to be risking your discipline so much. Stay in a lot of your divinely guided practice. This is a great time to also learn new spiritual practices. Just go where you're being divinely guided to, ride that wave. Notice that these partnerships and spiritual practices, some you will carry with you, some of them you will not. You need to be okay with that and just keep going forward. Being in grounding, energetic work in the very near future will greatly benefit you. If you start off, especially with that Saturn aspect in the sign of Pisces, that'll be coming up. Check out the description box below. This will really help you out with your endurance moving forward. Happy birthday once again, all you Pisces out there. For us collectively in the Pisces season, this is a lot of growth and expansion for us. So definitely do reach out to Divine at least. If not, those partnerships and spiritual gifts that you are expanding and growing upon, be open with them as we proceed here in the near future. This Pisces season is going to be awesome, y'all. I'll have a Mercury in Pisces rune reading coming up here as well. That will be the next rune reading that I'm doing. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. If you have, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of that. So moving on. This is the mudra. Let's see if I can duck down here. Okay. Mudra for the crown chakra, right? 963 hertz solfeggio frequency playing. And remember, we are silent when divine is communicating with us. This could also mean to just work on those lower chakras first, right? This could be a reminder to align and work on those lower chakras. Every chance we get to do a little bit of a tune-up or an alignment with our chakra system is a blessed opportunity, honestly. And when it comes to the start of a new solar cycle or solar astrological season, no matter which zodiac chart you do follow, it's really good to do a sort of a tune-up around that time, okay? Especially if it's near a new moon, which we have just come off of here recently. There will be a full moon here reading coming up as well, but for now, I just want to wish you all a blessed and abundant day. Namaste.